welcome everybody. Oh, we have a. Oh, I should no leave it open. These guys are working overtime right next door, so some of you might get really excited and they might think we're having too much fun. So welcome to the Humorous Speaking Table Topics Contest today. We're excited to have members and guests come here to really be part of this event. I'm your contest chair today. My name's Kenneth Chung. I'm also the president of this club, and we're glad to see such a big turnout today. Now we have a good line of contestants, and I will announce the speaking order. That's actually important. You guys want to? It's on your agenda. Contestant number 1 will be Paras. Number 2 will be Roken. Number 3 will be Anka. Number 4 will be Michael. And number 5 will be Perkin. So judges and Sergeant Arms, please note.
Number 6.
Oh, Carl. Sorry. Carl, you didn't come up with a speaking draw. So okay. Yeah. You were busy chatting there. Okay, no. We're gonna have you generate a random number for us. Where is it? We should click generate. Click generate. No, the button generate.
Oh, I see.
72. Okay, 72. Let me redo that. Please contest number 4. All right. Okay. Sorry. Let me start again. Sorry, I forgot call there. Okay. So contestant number 1 will be Paras. Number 2 will be Roken. Number 3 will be Anka. Number 4 will be Carl. Number 5 will be Michael. And number 6 will be Perkin. Everyone good? Excellent. Okay. And just to let everyone know, the timing for the table topics is 1 to 2 minutes. So any contestant under 30 seconds or over 2 minutes 30 seconds will be disqualified. And our timer will indicate with her timing signals. Maybe timer can show us the green screen is shown at 1, yellow at 1:30, and red at 2, and it will stay at red until the end of the speech. Okay. And then we'll also go over some housekeeping. If you have mobile phones, just make sure it's not doesn't ring in the middle of somebody's speech. In terms of the rules, I'll go over that word quickly as well. So all contestants will be shown the same topic. Topic will be of reasonable length, shall not require detailed knowledge. All contestants will be escorted out of the room by our Sergeant at Arms and returned to the room one by one. Other than the contestants, no one is allowed to go in or out of the room once the contest has begun. Okay, and protests may be entered only by the contestants or judges. And once the results have been announced, all decisions are final. Anyone have questions before we start? If we're good, all right. So let's. I think we can go in. So Antoinette, our Sergeant at Arms, if you can please escort all the contestants except our first one. Yeah. I think the room across is empty. I want to double check that. So if you want to listen to the speech, you could just come in and just get the first contestant is ready. So our first contestant is going to be, let me read this properly. Paras, no, stay at the back actually. You want to think after I announce the topic. So our first contestant is Paras Betra, and the table topic is comedy. Comedy, Paras Betra. Round of applause. Thank you, Ken.
Hello, members of Toastmasters Club and fellow guests. My name is Paras, and I am here to fill the contestant number 1 for the Table Topic Masters. My topic for today is comedy. What exactly is comedy? Is it something that make you laugh? Not necessarily. Is it something that make you smile? Not necessarily. It is definitely something that uplifts you from the daily mood or a regular mood, or if you are feeling down, if you are feeling vulnerable, if you are feeling bored, something that uplifts you from that mood and makes you feel a little better is comedy for me. We come across different types of comedy from our daily life. We have different choice of comedy. Some people follow Dave Chappelle. Some people follow sitcoms. Some people within sitcoms we have different types of comedies. Some people follow Friends. Some people follow Office. It all boils down to what kind of personalities we are, what kind of people we deal with, what kind of choices we make, and what kind of experiences we actually like to go forward with. So it's a great topic to start with. I'm very excited to speak a little bit about it. Comedy for me, I'll tell you an interesting experience that happened to me. I think if you guys are aware of an app called Shaper, it's where a Tinder meets LinkedIn. So it's a sort of dating app, but you connect based on your networking skills. And I got to connect with a TV actress called Bracken Burns. I'm not sure if you guys have heard about it, but she's an amazing actress, and she does most of the comedy roles, a little bit of comedy roles in all English movies that I've seen. She has been a true inspiration for me in terms of I like the way she speaks, I like the way she communicates. Her way of communicating a comedy is what I admire the most about her. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you.
Hold on. If the judges can have 1 minute to do the deliberation, so hold off on the contestants. Yeah. So a timer, if you can have a minute. Excellent. Okay, we can get our next contestant. Our contestant number 2, Roken Uden. Comedy. Comedy. Roken Uden.
Thank you, Mr. Contest Chair and Chief Judge and fellow Toastmasters. Comedy. Actually, in every steps of life, sometimes we have some comedy in our life, and sometimes we love to see others in some faulty situations, and that's some kind of comedy situation also. So I actually 2 days before, when I was going to my office, uh, I parked my car in the parking lot, and I saw that one of my colleagues came out of the car, and he had a coffee mug in his hand, and he was talking on the phone and trying to switch off the car, and suddenly the coffee cup fell off, and I was thinking, this was really funny, true, but should I laugh at him? I thought for 2 seconds, because he is a senior manager, so I just did that's it, and I came back to office. This is actually an example of when you have to laugh at people, and when you have to. One thing I could do, I could say some beautiful words to him, but I didn't. That was my fault, and I could help him to wash his hands and his clothes. So, yeah, comedy happens in our life, and we love to laugh at ourselves and others too. Yep. Thank you.
Thank you, Wilkin. So timer, if we can have 1 minute for the judges.
I should stay or?
You can stay. You can stay. Our third contestant, comedy. Anka Danka, comedy is the table topic. Let's welcome Anka.
Hello, everyone. Comedy is something that can make you think a lot about, and not only thinking about, but something that we really need to understand first what it is, and then to have it as in many areas of our lives. So either that we studied in theory and we study comedy as a concept, as a literary concept. We can go into literary analysis for many comical plays or comedies, and if we think about Shakespeare, these are the most probably the initial ones, which are so well known and successfully done. in the 16th century, and well known today. And what's unique about Shakespearean comedies is that they can be applied nowadays, in nowadays world, after so many centuries since they were written, and in any corner of the world. So that's pretty impressive to realize how Shakespeare managed to speak to the whole world with humor, and in such a way that his humor is valid even in nowadays world. Other than that, comedy is present everywhere almost if we have the eyes to look for it in our lives. And I think it helps us to go through many aspects, even hardships and difficulties, and it's something that should be learned from early stages in life, and accompany mankind and human being all throughout life. Thank you.
Thank you, Anka. Let's have 1 minute for our judges. Yeah, right after. Sorry about that. Carl Urban, your table topic is comedy. Comedy. Carl Urban.
Thank you. Comedy. That's a very nice topic. And it's topic which basically fits our club, because we like to do things on a lighter side. We are used to an office where there is this type of competition, and everybody's uptight, everybody wants to keep their job, and so for example, even speaking in English could be disadvantage or advantage, right? For some people it could be advantage. So it's serious. At work it's serious, and then people come here and suddenly say, isn't that beautiful? I'm out of that office. I was all scared and worried about, am I going to keep my job, or what's going to happen? And here, people are relaxed, people are helpful, people trying to find jokes, improve in jokes. I, for example, have problem with remembering jokes, but if I put my mind to it and a system, so then suddenly you come up with jokes, and you learn how to apply it and how to communicate this to others. And I think that is a very important feature of our club, where we try to be funny. Not that funny, not too funny, but funny that we enjoy it, we are relaxed, and we are glad that we are here. Thank you.
So,
Can I stay now?
yeah, you can stay.
Oh.
You can stay. So this time we're freaking 1 minute. Michael Mati, your table topic today is comedy. Comedy, Michael Mati.
What would life be without a bit of fun? This world can get so serious. Toastmasters, thank you for welcoming me today. And I want to open up this topic with a humorous line. So what did the fish say when it hit a brick wall? Damn. And that's how I kind of feel about this right now, is let's move away from taking life too seriously and, look at the positive, uplifting things we can share about one another. Let's look at the positive things and put smiles on people's faces. It's healthy for your body. It's great for building up relationships. It's fantastic if you want to maintain your family. Comedy really is the most important thing, I probably can say, one of the most important things we can have as a human race. And with that matter, with that topic, I would like to conclude this discussion and topic and say, have a happy, happy evening. Thank you, Toastmasters.
I have 1 minute for our judges, please. Perkin-ho. Your table topic is comedy. Comedy. Perkin-ho. You can walk around.
You could also jump.
do like 5 laps and
You know the Korean that show thing, you know, like comedy. Okay. One day, there's a one-armed man just try to cross the street over there, and then another guy just say, "Hey, what's that guy doing?" "Oh, he just going to the second-hand shop." Second-hand, one-armed man before. But anyway, what's comedy? Like when we ask that question, why do we want to say a comedy out? Is we want to make you guys laugh. However, though, there's a lot of things that I experience, just like today, right now, when I try to talk about something that is a comedy, it doesn't have that effect as I expected. So what should I do? That means I will always have to go to Toastmaster more to come here to learn more about how to say humor. But on the other hand, though, I think what comedy helps not just the listener, but also the person who speaks it. Let's say for myself, for example, I was a very boring guy. I do a lot of IT work. I do programming a lot. I have all these kind of logic and stuff. So everything in my mind is just like, okay, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 1, step 2, step 3, right? But actually, that the whole world isn't just around like programming and logic and IT and stuff. So I have to have myself realize that, hey, I need to learn something that is different. So that is why one of the reasons why I come to Toastmaster, and I try to pick one like this one, which focus on jokes. So actually, ladies and gentlemen, I think coming like for comedy for me, it's not just about making other people laugh. It's also part of my healing as well as growing up process. So thank you so much.
Okay, so 2 minutes for judges, and once you finish the scoring, if you can tear off the bottom and hold it up so our ballot counter can collect it. I have to apologize to Roberto. I skipped over him when he was earlier on the agenda. So let's welcome. He's going to give us a humor tip of the day. He's,
Of the week.
of the week. That's true. Of the week.
Or of the bye week.
Of the bye week. Yes. Let's welcome Roberto.
Thank you. How many of you, thank you. How many of, wait to see if what I'm going to say is good, then you can clap. How many of you were here the last 2 weeks? Just one person? Okay, good. The reason I ask you is because my job is to give you a tip on humor whenever he invites me. And I really like the way that Rokan started today, because I don't know if you remember a few weeks ago when I said that one of the main keys or main important things about humor is never make fun of anybody. Whenever you use jokes or stories or use humor, never put anybody down. And that's exactly what he did. He saw something funny that could have laughed his head off, but that would have been hurtful and wrong. So very good, Rohan. That's one of the first things I teach when I teach about humor. I love humor, I do humor, I have done it for 35 years as a teacher, but you never put anybody down or hurt anybody's feelings. That's very important whenever you use jokes or humor. If anything, put yourself down, make yourself look silly, or adapt a circumstance to you. So today, the tip I wanted to share with you is something that I call circumstantial humor, meaning you have to pay attention and look to where you are and you find humor. And by the way, if I was you, I am a teacher, if I was able to be taking notes, because they say, the Chinese say that a drop of ink would last longer than 1,000 words. So you might forget what I say, and I'm not going to say much together in any week, but the few things, today is what I call circumstantial humor. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you look for something that you can use later, if you're going to speak, as humor. And I told you, and I'm just going to give you one of those jokes that I used when I was a teacher at a church when I was in charge of 33 children, ages 7, 8, 9. To help the pastor while he was upstairs, my job was to keep the children busy with stories, right? And one thing that I learned circumstantially is that I can learn humor from the children. And when I asked the children, please write a letter to God as if you were going to meet him face to face. So if you could ask God a question face to face, what would you ask him? And all the kids got excited. I gave them a pen and a paper and they wrote it. So that's a circumstance in the church. I'm not going to read you too because a couple of you heard this before, but one of the children wrote, "Dear God, did you mean for giraffes to look like that or was it an accident?" Signed Daniel. This is real letters. Another child wrote, "Dear God, it's very good the way each child has one mother and one father. Did it take you long to think about that?" Signed Dahlia. And one more. I'll give you one more from the church and then I'll come to something else. "Dear God, why do I have to pray when you know anyway what I want? But I'll do it if it makes you feel better." Signed Jonathan. Now, restaurants are a great place to find humor. I go to restaurants all the time. I like to eat, right? And then in some restaurants, they have signs. And one day, I am at a restaurant where they had signs, and I thought they were funny. So I wrote them down, the signs at the restaurant while you're eating. And I just wanted to read you 3 of these signs, talking about finding humor. You look for something, you find it. You look for humor, you find humor. You look for misery, you find misery. You look for good company, you find good company. So I always suggest look for humor. So here is the restaurant. Sign on the wall. It's like framed. It says, "The more you tip, the nicer we are." That was funny. Another sign said, the restaurant, by the way, was called Ed's Fish Restaurant. So another sign says, "Ed's Diet Specials. Half the food, half the calories, full price." Wasn't that cute? So that's a circumstance first in a church. This is in a restaurant. I'll give you one in a movie theater. I'm at a movie theater lining up, and there was a couple, 2 people before me, there was a couple, and this couple were from Newfoundland. You know where Newfoundland is, right? They never in their life had been in a movie theater. So here they are in Toronto in a movie theater. So the gentleman says, 2 tickets, please. So he goes, comes back about a minute later, quickly, and he goes to the cashier again and says, 2 tickets, please. So he gives him another 2 tickets. He pays for the 2 tickets. He goes back to the movie theater, comes back in a minute. And he goes again, 2 tickets, please. So the guy asked him, but this is the third time you come. Why is it that you come for 2 tickets again? I already go. Yeah, but every time I get there, the guy breaks them. And final one, circumstantial. And I need 1 minute to make a public announcement. Is that okay after this? Now, this is in a train. You know, the via train or rail train. Have you ever gone by train to Montreal, by the way? It's a lot of fun. Here is in a train. So in the train, there is an Indian gentleman sitting, and next to him there is a big basket. So the whole train was full. So a lady comes and looks at the Indian gentleman and says, "Could you please remove the basket?" And the gentleman says, "I'm not moving the basket." So the lady looks at him and says, "Sir, could you please remove the basket?" The gentleman says, "I'm not moving the basket." So the lady says, "Look, I'm going to ask you for the third time. There isn't a seat available. Can you please move that basket?" The gentleman says, "No." So she goes to the inspector, you know, the guy who gets the tickets in the train, and complains. And she brings him. And she explains the situation to the conductor or inspector or whatever. So the guy looks at the Indian gentleman and says, "Sir, the lady asked you to move the basket. Why won't you move the basket?" And the guy says, "I'm not moving the basket." "But why won't you move it?" "Because the basket is not mine." That's why he wouldn't move it. And it wasn't. It was somebody else who had placed the basket there. Not for real, but it sounded really fun. So anyway, circumstantial humor. Always look for it. Wherever you are, whether it's in the bus, in a restaurant, in a church, wherever you go, look for circumstantial humor. And as I said again, just to review the previous one, never make fun of people. If anything, make fun of yourself. So do I have 1 minute? Where is taking time? As many of you know, I have a charitable foundation for 25 years, and we help needy children in several countries of the world, but 17 places in Toronto, mostly shelters, where abused women and children are. And mostly in Christmas, we deliver a lot of toys and food and gifts and stuff. So interestingly enough, I don't know if you know Boston Pizza. You know Boston Pizza? Yeah. They have a Boston Pizza right here a few blocks away. 2 weeks ago, I get a phone call personally. I says, "Hi, we are Boston Pizza. We looked at your website, Needy Children Assistance," which is how my children assistance is called. "And we would love to have Boston Pizza host you for an event for your charity, because I see you help a lot of people in North York," which is this area, "for Christmas." Really? So anyway, they say, "Come and we can talk." So I went and talked. Long story short, Boston Pizza has only 140 seats. So they are giving us that evening, not giving us, they're going to have the regular clients coming in anyway. But they said, "Let's do an event. We need the youth assistance," which is what we are. And you can have your whoever you want to invite. There's no fee to get in. You just pay for a slice of pizza, whatever you drink. But we're together as a group of friends, and you contribute to the cause by simply consuming. Between you and I, what they do is they sell $1,000 worth of pizza. They give us $100. They give us 10%. That's the deal. But we also want to have a silent auction with some beautiful gift items that they will raffle. And then whatever it is, we will be buying toys and food and things to deliver in Christmas to the North York. Because believe it or not, in North York, just 7 blocks from here, there is a place called Youth at Risk Center. And there is 35 youth that live there permanently. It's across the police station. I know it very well because I'm a part of that, of the police station community liaison. And it's amazing how much help there is needed right here in Toronto. It's not just your way everywhere, which of course right now there is a lot of need. But right in our city, there is a lot of need. So with your permission, Mr. President, tomorrow, the email list, I'm just going to send you the invitation I'm going to be sending to our people in the charity so that you know. All you have to do if you're interested in being there, and I thought as Toastmasters would be nice to see you there together, you know, we just have a slice of pizza, there will be music, it's fun, blah, 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 and it's nice. So I will just send you the invitation we sent to our charity organization. If you want to go, all you have to do is call, book, and says, "Hey, I want a table, I'm going to the event." That's it. It's October 5th. On purpose, we did it on a Wednesday, by the way, not on a Thursday. So it's Tuesday, October 4th. So I think you will have fun, you will enjoy it, and if you like helping children and youth, that's what we're going to be doing in North York. And I thought that as Toastmasters, it's nice to socialize, talk, you know, there will be a couple of little speeches, and who doesn't like pizza, right? So anyway, that was Boston Pizza. And I'm not making a commercial for them, they call me, okay?
You can send it to me, because not everyone's on the website.
Okay, I send it to you, you can send it to whoever, yeah, because I see a lot of new faces, by the way, welcome, nice to see you. All right, have fun.
Thank you. excellent humor tip by Roberto, especially around making fun of others. For professional speakers especially, sometimes you go into an engagement and you just see something real funny. You do not pick the low-hanging fruit. It's very easy, but you gotta like, the client gets the last laugh. I mean, that's always the case. So something to keep in mind, or your boss or whoever's paying you that check. So just keep that in mind. Okay, now I think the ballot counter is done. Let me have a quick look. So just maybe give me a 5-minute break while I clean all this up. So it's done.
I excuse myself, I have to go and teach a class. Thank
Awesome.
you very
Thanks so much, Roberto. Can I get all the contestants up front? We'll just do a little photo op for everybody. Why don't we have a quick chat with all of you? You guys obviously really stepped up today, so I'll go one at a time. So, Faraz, how you feel after the contest?
It was a good first time experience, and
Mm.
I'm definitely excited for more of these.
Excellent, good stuff. Are you thinking about the humorous speech contest as well?
I don't know about it,
Don't know
but
about it?
now I'm definitely thinking about it.
All right, okay, sounds good. Anything you want to tell us like about yourself? Any like hobbies or interests?
I came to Toronto 5 to 6 months back. Before that, I was in India, working in Bangalore, which is the southern part of India. And I work as an analyst with Capital One Credit Card Division, is what I've already mentioned. Outside work, I love to swim, and I take parts in swimming competition. I have few friends here. We just team up and play football for as long as the entire evening goes, and that's about it.
Wow, excellent, good stuff. Well, thanks so much for participating today.
Thank you.
So, Akana,
Yes.
how about yourself? How do you feel after this contest?
It was very interesting, and what I like the most is the fact that we were allowed also to stay once we finished and see how people approach the same subject in a different way.
Yeah.
And it's not that we compare ourselves, but we see that different angle, different point of view. Some of us can be rooted in history, some others in the present, some others in some areas of aspects of life. It was very interesting.
Yeah, it's a little different now that it's the same topic for everyone. You can
Yeah.
have it apples to apples.
Yeah.
Excellent. Want to tell us anything about yourself, interests, hobbies?
I work a lot. I love my job actually,
Right.
very much. Other than that, in the weekends I go sailing. I love boat sailing. I'm thinking now to get my license in that.
Wow.
So, but I will need to do some courses first.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, thank you for participating.
Thank you.
Roken, how you doing?
I'm
How you-
fine.
How you feeling?
Yep, great experience. This is my first time, and I'm actually thinking of be a part of the Humorously Spain
Oh,
contest because,
excellent.
in my opinion, I
Ah.
didn't do that well. So, yep,
Awesome. Looking forward to that.
I want to be a part of the next contest.
Awesome. Good stuff. That's the
Yeah.
spirit. Any interest, hobbies you want to share with the group?
I have only one hobby, and that's it, photography.
Oh, excellent. Good
Yeah.
stuff. Wow. So look for you to posting some photos for us sometime.
Yeah, sure.
Good stuff. Thank you for participating.
Thank you.
today.
Thank you.
Perkin, how you doing?
Not bad, yeah, thank you.
How do you feel?
Wow. Being the last one is kind of a little bit weird at the beginning. It's like, wow, what do you guys talk about before? Kind of stuff. But then it's a great experience. I do want to thank you for that. Yeah.
Excellent. Good stuff. Want to talk anything about your work or hobbies, anything like that?
Yeah, I'm like learning Japanese, so and then also I do a lot of website, those kind of stuff. So I'm planning to do some. I want to learn a little bit more about how to do the Facebook Live and thing.
Yeah. Okay. We'll do more of that. Get that going.
That's good. Yeah.
All right. Good stuff. Well, thank you for participating today.
Thank you.
And Carl.
Yes.
How you doing?
Good, yourself.
All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. So anything you want to tell us? Yeah, work, hobbies, any?
Yeah, well, I'm semi-retired. I stay semi, so I'm looking for opportunities. One of it is Toastmasters, another one is canoeing, another one is various types of activities, and so I'm trying to enjoy myself, and I definitely enjoy this type of competition. Not that what is important is you are first or second, but what did you pick up? Because it was interesting for me to hear others, and I said, what an excellent idea he had. How come I couldn't think of it? So that's what I appreciate in those contests, and other contests.
Yeah, it gives you a new perspective.
Yeah.
Excellent. Good stuff. All right. Thank you for participating.
Thank you.
Okay. Last but not least, Michael. How you doing? What do you think about the contest?
Well, what you find people probably did not know was that while you were running with a contest here, we actually had our own little Toastmasters on that side. We had a little bit of discussion on what Toastmasters has done for us and how much we actually learned from Toastmasters. For me to come and stand up front here, it challenges you to think quickly, to think fast, and really to add meaning. You know, not just to say things, but to say things that add value. I kind of you're saying about hobbies. My wife and I, I recently started learning French. She knows a lot more French than I do, but you know, it's a challenging thing to learn a language. You have a lot of obstacles, you have a lot of hurdles, but I'm hoping one day maybe even I would be able to have a Toastmasters in French. I don't know, I hope so, but
All Japanese.
and Japanese.
Sounds like a source of humor going on. You can got a Japanese, French, plot line going
Maybe
on.
we can put it even here.
Wow, excellent, good stuff. So looking forward to more speeches from you. So thank you for participating today.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So let's do a little photo if somebody maybe can take a little picture of us. Oh, excellent.
You want to screen the background?
Oh, that's true, right? Find a better background.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good idea.
Which one? Turn
We turn on the lights?
Yeah. Or we could even just stand somewhere else. Yeah, that's better.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's better. Okay, cool. I'll grab the gavel. Yeah, I guess maybe you can crowd around.
Get closer.
Yeah, squeeze in a little bit.
Come, yeah. It was upside down. Now it's good.
That would have been a humor source of humor right there.
All right. Say cheese.
Cheese.
One more. Okay, a little bit squeezed together.
Okay. A little cozier.
All right, ready? Smile.
Excellent.
Great,
Thanks so
thank
much for
you.
your help. Cool. You can sit back down. Thank you. And of course, we have our exciting moment where we announce the top 3 speakers. I mean, in my mind, everybody's a winner, but of course, the whole point of a contest is we go through the judging and the rankings so that people get recognized for the performance. So I'll go from 3rd, 2nd, 1st place, and if I could have a drum roll for each of the contestants. Our 3rd place winner is Carl Urban. Congratulations. We'll do the photos at the end with everyone. So, and our 2nd place, Perkin Ho. Congratulations. And our 1st place winner was Michael Manny. Dang! that was a good line.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I could say damn again.
Okay, how about I get the winners to come up for a photo, the top 3. I can take the photo then, just because I don't need to be in this one.
What do we say? We say, damn.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Dang! All right. Good stuff. Okay, I got a couple in there. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Good stuff. Okay. Have I forgotten anything? So Michael being our winner, I don't know if you know this, Michael, but the contests, they go up to the area level and then division and district. So being our winner, you will represent our club in the next area 15 contest. I think the date is still to be determined, but we'll keep everybody posted. So in Toastmasters, we have about, I think it was 5 clubs in area 15. And then the winners of each club would compete at that level. And then there are, I think, 5 areas in the division. So then the winners of those, it keeps going up, basically, all the way at the district level. So the quality would supposedly, at least, get better and better as you go up the levels. So it's really fun to watch and also just support our fellow Toastmasters as well. So that's that. Now, in 2 weeks' time, we'll have our humorous speech contest. So it's going to be a similar format to this, where you have judges, counters, and so on. But instead of impromptu table topic, you prepare. It's a prepared speech. So humor is not required, though it probably would help. And it would be a 5 to 7 minute speech, where we basically do the same thing: draw speaker order. We have the judges, and same thing. The winners go to the area level and advance in the same way. So you guys are all welcome back to participate, check it out. The more people come out, the more atmosphere we have for a funny speech, especially. So really hope to see you again then. In terms of the membership, I want to remind everyone as well, Toastmasters has a October cycle. So October 1st is the renewal date. What we offer is a discounted rate. So our normal rate is $15 a month, but for the renewal cycle, for September, we have a discount at $13 a month for 12 months. So 13 times 12 is 156 for renewals. If you're a brand new Toastmasters, the new membership kit is $30. So it'll be 156 plus 30, that's 186. And that would basically go for the whole year. So keep that in mind, but you're welcome to come to the humorous speech contest regardless. And hope to see you guys all soon. And does anyone have any questions, comments, announcements? I think we're all good. So feel free to hang around, chat with us, any questions, chat with myself or any other members that could help you out, any kind of goals that you have. But that would basically wrap up the contest for today. Thanks, everybody.